Oh, Mother of Terra. That is one stacked banner. I never made a video talking about banners before, let alone Joint Operation banner, but the 11th Joint Operation banner features some of the best operators as per early 2024. But what is a Joint Operation banner? Well, it's a banner that features 4 6 stars and 6 4 stars operators. That's such a tongue twister. There is no off-banner 5-star and 6-star operators. So if you pull on this banner and get a 6-star operator, it will be one of the 4 6 stars featured here, or one of the 6 5 stars. This makes it a little easier to get the operator you want, and very useful for new players. Although it doesn't guarantee that your Orundums will be safe. That is good and all, but why should you pull on this specific Joint Operation banner? To put it simply, every 6-star operator in this banner is really good, and I've used 3 of them quite extensively. If you have at least one of these 6-star operators, it would be a game-changing upgrade to your account. Let's take a closer look at the operators. I will only talk about the 6-star operators because they are the main selling point of Joint Operation banners. Just go through them briefly and explain their talent and most iconic skill. Think of it like a mini operator spotlight. Starting with Lee, a merchant specialist who consumes 3 DP for as long as he is deployed, but he has a short redeployment time in return. His second talent allows Lee to nullify any negative effects, such as stun and freeze, by spending 5 DP. This talent would definitely be useful in stages like Stultifera Navis, Chapter 6, or the upcoming Dagon Breshers event. Lee's most iconic skill is his third skill, as like all of the other operators, giving him crowd control abilities by pushing back lightweight enemies like Wraiths and Urgates. It's essentially giving your operators some breathing room and avoiding getting overwhelmed. In addition to that, skill 3 increases Lee's taunt level, making him a higher priority target, but he has a 70% chance to dodge incoming attacks to keep him alive. Do keep in mind that the dodge only applies outside of his 3x3 range. Penance, an Italian juggernaut with really good survivability. She has so much HP and a very solid defense. Unlike other juggernauts, Penance does not have the ability to recover HP, so you need to make sure that her barrier is always active by feeding her enemies to kill. Once you unlock her second talent, Penance reflects all attacks back to the enemy as arts damage. This makes it easier for Penance to kill enemies and in return sustain her barrier. It creates a positive loop as the more enemies she kills, the longer she can hold the barrier. I've only used Penance for a short while because I just got her like a month ago and I found her not as easy to use as Modrock. But as soon as her skill 3 is active, she is hard to kill, unless you're facing a golem. Speaking of her skills, skill 3 is the one to go, which gives Penance instant barrier and plus 400% attack! What the fuck? While skill 3 is active, the effect of her second talent is also improved, and you get to see enemies literally killing themselves. They are so dumb. I've never seen an operator as influential as Mlinar. An operator so broken that it changed the meta. Before Mlinar came to Rhodes Island, we used to just Surtur everything. But now with Mlinar, he just wipes the entire canvas clean and practically dethrones the Ice Cream Queen as one of the most broken operator to be added into this game. Anyway, if you're using Mlinar, obviously you need his skill 3, which increases his attack up to 180% and doubles his trait effect, resulting in another plus 400% attack. Skill 3 gives Mlinar a sweeping attack, similar to that of Silver Ash skill 3, but Mlinar is able to deal a small percentage of true damage, and gets a damage boost from his first talent, so his attacks hit significantly harder. Pozemka. She is the best heavy shooter sniper I have ever used. Not only Pozemka is able to deal massive damage at medium to short range, but she has a Top Rider companion that you can deploy on any ranged tiles, and enemies will not even bother attacking it. The Top Rider is basically a second sniper that shares the same skill as Pozzy, and you can use it to increase Pozemka's damage output or kill enemies in hard to reach areas. Pozemka's skill 3 has one of the highest single target damage while also having a very quick cycle. Combine this skill with a 5-second defense shred from her typewriter, Pozemka can melt any bosses and elite enemies in her way. Should you pull for this banner? It depends on how many of the 6-star operators you already have. If you have none of the featured 6 stars, go for it. Just getting any one of them will be a massive upgrade to your account. And I don't care if you're saving for Typhon, this banner is a steal. If you have 1 or 2 of the featured 6 stars, I suggest that you try your luck, but no need to go all out. Just do a couple of 10 pulls, and if you can get a 6 star within 30 or 50 pulls, stop and move on. If you have 3 or 4 of the featured 6 stars, just don't do it. Unless you are a whale, which most of you watching this video are not. As for me, I have 3 of the 4 6 stars already, so I will not be pulling for this banner and saving up for Aturia. That's all for this joint operation banner. Very strong selection of operators worth pulling for if you don't have any of them yet. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and let me know which operators have you got from this banner and which operators do you want. And also, who are you saving up for in the future? That's it, I'll see you next time. Goodbye!